Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another big announcement. And as always, my finger is definitely not on the pulse. There is a lot of videos already up about this, and I'm sure a lot of you will have come in contact with it already. However, the big news is that Slightly Mad Studios have released a trailer and also some gameplay footage of Project Cars 3. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, it's definitely beneficial to get a video out for something like this as quickly as you possibly can, and I've been stuck at work all day today, so I haven't been able to do it. However, it's been really interesting from where I've been sitting. What I've been able to do is actually sit and watch other people's videos about this information and see exactly what they're thinking about it. I've actually been quite surprised at just how negative people are being about this game. Now, I understand the reasons why, and I am going to go through my thoughts in just a second. But let's just quickly talk about what we already know from this trailer. Now, at the end of it, it does say it's going to be releasing this summer. It doesn't give us a specific date, but we know it is going to be pretty soon. Now, that is quite an interesting turn of events, in my opinion, purely down to the fact that we have a new generation of consoles coming later in the year. So it is right at the end of this generation that this game's going to be getting released. So maybe moving forward we may see it actually get ported over to the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, but for now we are just going to be getting it on the older consoles along with the PC. We are clearly going to be getting vehicle customizations along with what appears to be a real world tracks. To what extent we don't really know, but they might also be mixed in with some fictional ones as well. The other key bit of information, and the bit that a lot of people are really put out about, is the fact that it is definitely, by the looks of things, going to have a very arcadey feel about it. Anyone that's at all interested in the franchise really shouldn't have been surprised. I mean, you can go all the way back to 2018 when Slightly Mad Studios CEO Ian Bell actually discussed where the franchise was going to go. He stated that Slightly Mad Studios had bitten off more than they could properly chew with Project Cars 2, and they were now looking to shift, if you pardon the pun, the centre of attention back to a more focused and fun experience. He then went on to say, "We've learned a lesson here, and although we have no intention of reducing content, we know what we need to fix. Where we made design decisions that were, let's call it, suboptimal, Project Cars 3 will be more of a spiritual successor to Shift, but with all of the sim goodness everyone appreciates." So, as I say, it wasn't really a surprise when this gameplay got released. I did expect it to be considerably more like this than, say, Project Cars 2. However, after watching the gameplay that they have released here, I have to say I am really struggling to see the sim goodness that they referred to in that statement back in 2018, because it really does look incredibly arcadey from the footage that they have released. But I guess until we actually get our hands on it, we don't know exactly how those cars are going to feel. Now, as I previously mentioned, there is a lot of people very upset by this information and what they've seen from this gameplay. And to be fair, I do share a bit of the disappointment as well. Now, for me personally, Project Cars 2 I thoroughly enjoyed. I put a lot of hours into it, particularly actually on the PlayStation, but more recently on the PC as well. And there were elements of that game that I absolutely love, and if you go through the channel and see previous videos I've made, you will hear all of the good things I had to say about it. But unfortunately, my opinion was not shared by the masses. In fact, there was loads of absolute haters of the series out there, and very vocal people from within the sim community that were just upset with the way the cars handled, the force feedback and everything else like that. So it is pretty easy to understand why Slightly Mad Studios stepped away from the whole sim side of things and leave the guys that are already doing that to doing it, and they can focus on something a little bit different. So where does this actually leave us? And well, to be honest with you, it leaves us with effectively an arcade racer to look forward to. Now, if it's not your type of thing, you don't even need to worry about it. Just forget about the series. It is slightly disappointing because for me, like I say, I really like Project Cars 2. I think they could have done so much with it and made it that little bit better, but at the same time we now have Automobilista 2, which is using Slightly Mad Studios engine, and they're doing a great job over there, and if that game continues to grow, then effectively we will have a Project Cars 3 in the form of that game. So more importantly anyway, what it does mean though is that if you're into arcade racing, we've got another new kid on the block coming this summer, and it's going to be really interesting to see how Slightly Mad Studios take this whole sort of spiritual successor to Shift and how it feels, whether it will feel like it is exactly that. My main concern is that last year we had Grid release from Codemasters and they did not do a great job of it, and it's a game series that I loved for a very long time and it just didn't live up to it. Now I'm really hoping, really hoping here that Slightly Mad Studios do manage to capture the feel of Need for Speed Shift with a few new modern twists to it, which would be fantastic to see. I really don't want another Grid repeat. There is so many mediocre racing games out there from this generation, certainly from the arcade side of things. So it'd be great to see him smash it out of the park here. Maybe start something new that is going to take over and be a really good series moving forward onto the new generation. As I've said, I do appreciate both sides of the argument when it comes to this, but I would love to hear your viewpoints down below. Where do you stand? Are you excited to actually get a new arcade racer? And you never know, this one could be really good. Or do you just think it's a shame that Slightly Mad have thrown away the hard work that they'd done, and in my opinion again they'd created a really nice little series in the first place? Is it a shame to see that go? Put your comments down below and let me know exactly what you're thinking. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already to ensure that you hear about any Project Cars 3 updates as and when I do. Turn on post notifications and give me a like if you're feeling really generous. Thanks ever so much for coming by the channel today, and I'll see you all on the next one.